and welcome to the Autocar show. Now, Maruti Suzuki's WagonR, when it was launched in 1999, was largely successful with its tall boy design, lots of space and a different car. It has been quite a hit since, and a couple of facelifts have helped it along the way. But it's got more contemporary competition now in the form of the Beat and the i10. Well, Maruti Suzuki have decided to come in with an all-new WagonR now. I'm saying Maruti Suzuki again because this time it's actually more Maruti's effort than Suzuki's. It's a brand new car, new platform, new interiors, new engine. There's everything new about it. Just the name remains the same. Take a look.
Actually, it's even got a new name, a pet name. It's now called the Blue-Eyed Boy. A slight blue tinge to the headlamps and a look at Maruti's sales charts is the cause for this new nickname. The WagonR has always been the blue-eyed boy for Maruti, selling only second to the Alto. Now, Maruti has shelled out a whopping 290 crores to develop this blue-eyed boy into a chart topper. So, where did all that moolah go? Well, on the surface of it, the new WagonR has a prominent nose, a large, wide, smiling grille, and a huge chin in the form of an air intake, an aggressive front. The lines are smoother than before, but not smooth enough. On the side, we noticed a flaw. Panel gaps between the bonnet and the side are quite visible and make you feel like the bonnet's not quite shut at times. Otherwise, sloping roofline and the body lines give this car a sporty stance. It's quite new, but the genetics remain and the tall boy stance is still there. Let's take a look on the inside.
So it's a nice new interior and there's a lot of utility packed into here. Things that we've not seen on a car of this size before, like cup holders. Now these are on both sides, one for the passenger, one for the driver. You can have that morning cup of coffee. There's a coin shelf. The glove box has a small little neat parcel shelf tucked into it, and under this front seat is a nice hideaway storage area. So if you park the car and you don't want things seen, you can put it under over here. There's a light for the rear passengers. There's an aux in for your iPod. So just a lot of utility. It's a nice new interior. Take a look.
Like its predecessor, the new WagonR excels in creating an air of spaciousness. The wide windscreen and quarter glasses in the front cabin make it feel airy and nice. Light shades of grey, nicely textured, with vertical and horizontal slashes of silver, make this dash look much more upmarket than before. Rotary AC air vents also offer great flow. The ABS and airbags are also on offer for the top-end variants. Though, even if you want, you can't get a bigger glove box or a bigger boot, as Maruti has focused on optimizing passenger space.
The car is longer, which means now there's more leg room here at the back. Now, I'm not extremely tall and you can see there's ample space over here.
But let me assure you, very tall people and turban ones too will be extremely comfortable in this back seat. Space in the back or front is just astonishing for a car this size. But being comfortable in the back seat also means that the ride quality needs to be good.
The rear setup is slightly soft, which means at higher speeds on uneven surfaces, you do tend to bounce around a bit in the back seat. But in the city, when you're going over the bumps and potholes at low speed, this actually is an advantage.
To be fair, we were going pretty quick over undulating roads. In normal environment in a city within traffic, the ride is really good for a car of its size. And at low speeds, the WagonR seems to absorb everything thrown its way. But most WagonR owners are going to be in the front. So let's see what that's like.
Now at first you will find this refined, but it's a familiar engine. We've seen it in the Estilo and in the A-Star. It is thrummy and you do hear it. However, it's an extremely drivable engine. It's got that typical Maruti characteristic where at low RPMs you can put your foot down and go. Which means in city traffic, very easy to drive, you won't need many gear changes. It's a punchy engine too, so it's got power wherever you want. Put your foot down on the accelerator and this one moves.
The WagonR has the K10 petrol engine also seen in the A-Star. It produces 67 bhp and has the expected traits. You can hear it at idle, it's smoothens out as the revs rise, and then again protests when you try to redline it. Performance feels strong and makes you disbelieve it's just a 1-liter engine. This engine loves to be revved, which gives it a very sporty, sprightly feeling. Maruti have also used clever tricks to keep this car light, ensuring that you never feel short of power. Now coming to the gear shift, the old WagonR's gear shift was atrocious. Thankfully, this new cable-operated gear makes changing a lot better. It feels more positive and falls into place well.
Now the suspension's been stiffened, so there's a lot more high-speed stability than before, especially when you're making that quick lane change maneuver. It doesn't feel as all over the road as it used to before.
There's no getting away from the top-heavy feeling of this tall boy design. Out on the highway, we did get affected by crosswinds. Still, this WagonR feels far more confident and planted than before.
But the steering's still quite light, so you don't get that confidence at higher speeds. However, it's just right for the city. It's light, it's easy, feels very maneuverable. You'll nip in and out of traffic with great comfort. Parking is going to be very easy too.
Now, to be honest, the scenery was spectacular, the sea inviting, and the roads nice. But this WagonR will really be driven mostly in the city. In its correct environment, the WagonR will do the job and do it well. New looks, space, expected economy of about 18.9 kilometers per litre, and the price tag makes you really forget the few flaws that this car may have.
Well, it is an all-new WagonR. It's 2 generations ahead and it feels like that. A lot about it is improved and it feels far more upmarket. What we can say is this new Maruti Suzuki WagonR is all ready to put up a stiff fight to its competitors like the Beat and the i10.